don't forget to subscribe. And I put this one before seconds 4 and 13, I think, in this video. But I can make it last as long as I want, and I can put several of these in each video. So these are the 3 main calls to action I use in every video I upload to YouTube. The first one is I ask people to like the video, okay? And this takes no commitment at all. I mean, all people have to do is just click on like. The second thing I ask them to do is to subscribe. And when people like a video, they're just liking that video alone. But when people subscribe, they subscribe to all your videos. They subscribe to your channel, okay? And because this takes a little bit more commitment, I ask this second. And the third thing I ask them to do is to share the video with their friends. And I always like giving them a reason. For example, if I do a video on how to plant tomatoes, I say something like, are you enjoying this video? Please feel free to share it with all your friends who are into gardening. Okay, so if you give them a good reason to share, a lot of people will. And when people click on the share button, this is what they see. They can share your videos on Twitter, on Facebook, by email, on StumbleUpon, MySpace. There are a lot of different options. The ones that I show you now, the ones that I just showed you are the 3 calls to action that I use most of the time. But there are others that you can use too. You can ask people to embed your videos on their sites. You can ask people to follow you on Twitter, to find you on Facebook, and to visit your blog for more content. I like inviting people to my blog as opposed to my site, because when you invite someone to your site, they expect you to try to sell them something. And that's something you want to avoid. But when someone invites you to their blog, you're not thinking that they're going to try to sell you something. You're thinking that they have really good content there. Because people associate blogs with content and websites with selling. So invite people to your blog. So for example, for my How to Grow Tomatoes video, I could say, did you like this video? Visit my blog for more gardening tips. You know, and that would be a very good call to action. Tip number 12, use TubeMogul. I'm in no way associated with TubeMogul. I mean, I don't make any money by promoting it or anything, but I really like the tool, so I wanted to share it with you. TubeMogul allows you basically to do 2 different things. The first one is to upload your videos to multiple video sharing sites at once, like YouTube, Yahoo Videos, Google Videos, MetaCafe, Dailymotion, Crackle, a lot of these. So you don't have to upload your videos to all these places one at a time. I mean, you can just do it all at once from TubeMogul. The other thing I really like about TubeMogul is that it provides you with very good insight as far as how many people watch your videos and what's going on with them. So it's a really cool tool, and they have 2 different types of account. They have the free accounts that have some limitations, and they have the paid accounts that are, you know, like the premium accounts with all the different features. But honestly, I have a free account. I don't even pay them anything, and it's more than enough for me. So I'm guessing that maybe 95% of you will do just fine with a free account. One of the best ways to get a lot of exposure on YouTube is to organize contests. And these are some examples of great contests that I found on YouTube last week. As a company that makes skis was inviting people to do 360s with their skis to shoot the videos and send it to them. I found a contest for plant your own tomatoes using our kit. And a vacuum company was asking people to show them a crazy way to use their vacuum. Okay, so, you know, get crazy. Don't try to play it safe. Get out of your comfort zone. And, I mean, this takes me to my other point. You don't have to create all the content yourself. You can have your audience create some of your content for you. So be smart about this. Contests are a really good way to get people to send you content, because I mean you're giving some sort of incentive or prize, or call it whatever you want. But this gets people very excited. Tip number 14, promote your videos outside YouTube. So you can email your contacts, friends, and coworkers the links for all your YouTube videos. You can let all your blog subscribers know about your videos on YouTube. You can promote your videos on Twitter, Facebook, and LinkedIn. You can post your videos on your site or blog. And more importantly, ask people to share. This is crucial, okay? So for example, if you're gonna use Twitter, this is something I did last week for a client. This video cracks me up, and I have a link to the video. And then I have a call to action. Please retweet. Just by asking people to retweet, we'll multiply the retweets by 5 or sometimes 7. Okay, so ask people to retweet. And you can do the same thing on Facebook. This is not my post, but if it had been, at the end of it, I would have said, did you like this video? Please share it with your friends using the link below. Because, I mean, the share button is here, right? But nobody really sees it all the time. However, if you invite people to share it, you'll be giving them a really good reason, and you'll be reminding them that they can. Some people don't even know that they can, or that they're supposed to. So if you ask people to share, a lot of people will. Tip number 15, keep it short. This is kind of a controversial thing for me to talk about, because every time I say that videos should be under 2 minutes, I get a lot of people saying, hey, I have a video that is 5 minutes and it works just fine, and people get really mad about this. But I want to say that this is not a hard rule, okay? You can, I mean, I found that 2 minutes is the perfect limit. I probably uploaded around 1,000 videos to YouTube today, and I found that videos under 2 minutes work a lot better than videos over 2 minutes. Okay, and again, it's not a hard rule, and you can find really good videos that are 5 minutes and they have a lot of views. But I mean, at the end of the day, you'll have to test it yourself. But I just want to save you some time of testing, and to let you know that out of all the testing I've done, 2 minutes and below seems to be the perfect sweet spot. And the last tip number 16, is to analyze and learn. I mean, you're going to upload a lot of videos to YouTube, and a lot of them will probably get like 5 or 10 views, and that's just your relatives and your closest friends. And some of them will get, you know, I don't know, 100,000 views, 10,000 views, whatever. So it's really important that you analyze your top performers and your worst performers, and you try to find out what works and what doesn't. And that's it. Thank you. That's my contact information. If you have any questions about YouTube or social media marketing or online marketing in general, you can contact me on LinkedIn, Twitter, Facebook, and you also have my email address. And you can download the slides from this link. It's bit.ly/Zeek, that's ZEKE dash YouTube. Okay, so you can download the same PowerPoint presentation. And we're going to be doing some Q&A here. I'm using GoToWebinar, a really cool tool for this webinar. And you'll see that there's a little box where you can put your questions, and I'm going to receive them. And again, I mean, right now we have 289 people on the call. So I'm sure I'm gonna get a lot of questions. I might not be able to answer them all, but I'll do my best to answer as many as possible. So feel free to ask me all the questions you have, and I'll be happy to answer them for you. Okay, Maria is asking me, what's the best tool to create a good video? I don't really know what you mean by tool. If you're asking me about equipment, I use a digital camera. I mean, a Sony digital camera, but that's just me. I have a Sony, but you can have, like, any camera works, and I've seen really decent videos done even with cell phones. So again, don't stress about the equipment itself. It's the content people care about. Ben is asking me, is it rude to post video responses to competitors' videos? Well, the first thing I have to say is that 90% of the time, the owner of the original video has to approve your video to go as a response before it goes live. So unless they have it set by default that anybody can post video responses, that's not how it works. So I don't think it's rude. I mean, if you feel, it depends on how good the content is. That would be my question. If the content is very good, then, and if it's not competing in any way, I think it's going to get approved 100% of the time. If it's, I mean, if you're trying to promote something, then yeah, they might not like it. So I would say play it by ear. The worst that could happen